Crochet has got, this is my friend, she has got over 300,000. Let me see. Let me get, here we go. Crochet has got over 329,000 Instagram followers. She's got 31.5 thousand YouTube followers here. And you can look at her YouTube. Let me make sure and get all this right here because I got it wrote down. Her Instagram is at Clack, at CLACK family 2398. No, that is a YouTube. Excuse me. The YouTube channel is at Clack family 98, and of course her Instagram is Crochet. Crochet is so funny. Now she just got the link here, and I'm waiting for her to come up now. I just got off the phone with Crochet here. I'm telling you, this person is on her way. She's a Nashville native. As you can see, I got Nashville into my background. I picked up Crochet and at her complex, and then I drove her to her kids' school to pick up her 3 kids. And her 3 kids are part of her act online here. Now, she has it. Let me see. Ask her. Live TV, folks. On link. Let's see. It should have went through there, but now I've noticed she's not popped up yet. She's probably getting situated. But, oh, no, there she is. There she is. And without further ado, folks, I asked myself when I was preparing for the program, who in the bleep is Monique? Who is Tiffany Haddish when you got Crochet Clack, everybody? How you doing tonight, Crochet?
I'm doing fine. How you doing, Mr. Robert?
Yeah, I'm good. You know what? I thought you was too big time to come on the program. I was thinking to myself, she's from East Nashville. She went to Maplewood. I'm from Shelby. Something tells me she does not think she's too big time. There may be some kind of miscommunication. I better call Crochet and see what the deal is.
Yeah, that's right. I be busy. I'm here though. I'm here.
Yeah, and do you got your kids around?
No, I don't.
That's okay. That's okay. I was saying that because I'm watching your videos after I dropped you off that day.
Yeah.
And that is just too funny. I was wanting to ask you, what gave you okay, first of all, when did you come up with the idea that you just want to be a comedian? Take your time here. We got plenty of time.
First of all, I've been funny my whole life, Robert.
Okay.
I've been funny my whole life, but I've been putting it on social
media. If you need to go way back, Chris Tucker's teacher said you're either going to be a star or you're going to be in prison. It's no in between. So does it go back to elementary school, Crochet?
Goes way back to elementary school.
Where'd you go to school at? This is a Nashville show. You see the Nashville background. So
yeah, I went to my elementary school. I went to a lot of them, but the one I can remember is Brookmead. I went to a school, elementary school called Brookmead.
I went to Brookmead for a little while.
Yeah, I was there for a while.
I went to Kirkpatrick off them projects off South 8. Parents are divorced. I actually went to Brookmead for a while. My dad moved to Bellevue, and he got remarried, and it was like kind of a Richie area.
Yeah,
I felt like Fresh Prince a little bit.
I ain't mad extra gone, Fresh Prince.
So you so since elementary school, now let's fast forward when you actually made the decision. I'm gonna start putting this work in to become a comedian. Mm-hmm. What did you think about that for a few? I thought about this for a few years before I started a live stream show and podcast. So what's the story there, Crochet?
No, I never thought about it. I just did it. The first day I blew up, the first day I did it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What was that first day? What caused that inclination per se?
Because I wanted to do something. I wanted to do something different for Nashville because everybody think Nashville just country, And we probably is country, but everybody don't walk around with cowboy boots and cows.
That's true.
Yeah, so I went to do something different. I said, well, let me show what we about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
Okay. Did your mom, do you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have brothers and sisters.
Okay. Did they talk you in to say, Crochet, you're a funny mother bleeper, okay? You probably need to pursue this. Was it one of your girlfriends? Was it your dad? Who influenced you in your circle, or did you have any inner circle influences say you need to do this thing?
Yeah, my grandma.
Okay, let's hear that
story.
story.
My grandma told me to do it a couple days before she died. So look at me now.
Now, when was this? When did this happen?
About almost 2 years ago.
Just 2 years ago.
Almost 2 years ago. Yep.
And then so to that point, you started to work on skits or what?
Yeah, my very first one was a skit.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So I created this thing called the Section 8 News.
The Section 8. Now you slow down. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Let's hear that Section 8. You jumping over the headline.
Yeah.
All right, to explain the Section 8 News. That's funny.
So I went to, so I was in the car with my little sister, and I was like, I want to do something different for Nashville. Like I want to put Nashville on the map because I think I got tired of people just saying we're country. And so
it is.
I went to a store that was close to the hood that did not take EBT. And so my sister had a microphone in her car, and I was just like, you know what? Roll the camera. And I just whatever came in my head, you know, when you're a comedian, you just go off your head. So I just said, roll the camera. And when she rolled the camera, I said, reporting live, this is Crochet with Section 8 News. And it went off.
Okay, now EBT, for those of you who don't know what that means, if you grew up on food stamps like I did at some point, you used to use the, I don't know how far you go back. I go back to the 80s.
Oh, no.
You had the food stamp book.
Oh, yeah.
It's very embarrassing, but you could get some food off of it, right?
Right.
And then you got the card, the little debit card. It's less embarrassing, but it's just as effective. That's the EBT card. That's funny. Man, that's funny. So, I'm really impressed with your work. You're kicking my butt. You know, I don't know, how do you figure out how do you figure out how to edit the way you do? That's very impressive.
You just practice. You learn, because ain't nobody gonna teach you nothing these days. You gotta sit and practice and play. You know how you just gotta play with it and figure it out yourself. Because ain't nobody gonna teach you nothing. Don't nobody want nobody else to get no money when there's money out here for everybody to eat. So nobody want to teach me how to do nothing. I just learned how to do it myself, and I got good at it. It's been almost 2 years.
Was you using like CapCut or something? Or
yeah, CapCut.
Okay, my nephews told me about CapCut.
Yeah, CapCut.
Now this service, yeah, that's tight. Now, as a side note, I've already told my neighbor about you, and Roy and we talked about this the other day. If you remember when I was dropping you off.
Yeah.
Roy works at one of these garage downtown, Central Parking or something similar to that.
Uh-huh.
And he sees some of these agents, one of them from CAA. He told them about me, said I needed 50,000 followers, yada, yada, yada. Mm-hmm. And I told him about you. I said, she's got 300,000 plus followers on Instagram and 31,000. It's hard to get subscribers on 31.5 on YouTube. And you're telling me, how long you been doing this? About a year or two?
Yeah.
And, I'm 7 years in the game I started on Periscope and everything. So that is really impressive, That's really impressive. So I'm going to forward this interview to him and I pass on your information, if that's okay, to get it to one of them agents.
Yeah, it's okay. You're right, Mr. Robert. It's okay.
Yeah, I want you to be big. I was kidding about the Tiffany Haddish and Monique joke. What you said earlier is totally true. There's plenty of room out here for other people to get this money, to get fame, to get TV not necessarily. Well, yeah, TV and streaming, because you look how big this world. I have a guy that watches the program. I've had him on the program from Australia. So it's a big world out there,
right?
And I think your type of comedy would reach the whole world. And we got 360 million people here in the United States. You got to look all across Europe and everything else. So there's plenty of room out there for people like you and me out here trying to do everything from the ground up.
That's right.
Not to from the bottom like a preacher or nothing, but it just is. You have to have that big perspective and say, okay, there's just not enough room at the top. No, the top is freaking massive. It's a whole freaking continent out there, and then you got other continents out there who like to laugh. Yeah. And so anyways, I was watching you're looking through your channel, and I recall this for me. Who used your bit that you did with your daughter on her TV show? It was a national TV show. I thought it was so funny because they called you to use your video, and you're like, was this some kind of scam? You trying to that was hilarious. Let's hear the story behind that. And who was this woman? Okay, so that was Sherri Shepherd. Terry Shepherd? Sherri Shepherd. She's a celebrity. She's a comedian, an actor. She's a celebrity. What show? She's got a daytime talk show. Yeah, daytime talk show in New York. Okay, now tell me the story. How she found your material? Because I go viral. And she loves what we do. And so one of her producers called me and was like, hey, well, we want to put your video of your daughter on the Sherri Shepherd show. And I was like, it is a scam because so many people call me. And I was like, is you for real? Because I said a lot of people reach out to me and I always say they want my baby on something and it never goes through. I said, but if it's Sherri for real, you tell Sherri I love her. I watch that movie Beauty Shop all the time. I literally said that. Oh, she was in Beauty Shop? Yeah, she was in that movie Beauty Shop with Queen Latifah. She was pregnant. Dang. Yeah. And she saw one of your videos. Yeah, and she posted on her she put it on her show, and that really brought a lot of people to my page. You know what I'm saying? Because she had my name on the show. My Instagram. Now, when did all this go down? This went down about 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago? How many followers you get from that? Oh, I don't know. Probably like 20,000. Dang. I was already at 300,000, so now I'm at like 330,000. So I probably got like about 20,000 from her or something. Wow. Have you ever heard of a guy named Kenneth Burton, a comedian out of Detroit? No. Okay. Well, I gave him a ride the other day. I'm going to try to get him on next week. He's got 400 something thousand. He's funny like you are. Oh, I just like him alone. He is. Huh? Oh, I said, oh, yeah, I need to check him out. Yeah, Kenneth Burton, he's really funny. He talks about relationships and stuff. And he's, like I said, he's out of Detroit. Now I want to hear this story. You told this on your Instagram the other day. This got me pumped up. When you went to a job interview and they recognized you. Yeah. Tell the audience and did not hire me. And they said you're too big to hire. You're going to be too famous. I'm too fat. Yep. So what happened? Let's hear the whole story. So I'm a certified medical assistant. Before I wanted to put my comedy out there, I went to school to be something. Like I was just hiding from my truth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So went to the interview and they was happy. You know, the manager talking to me and all of that. This is a medical assistant job? Medical assistant job, yeah. Okay. So then as she was showing me around, like, just showing me how the building look and stuff, people recognized me. They came up to me, they was like, we know you. Like, what are you doing here? And I was like, well, hey, I'm here to get a job. And they was like, no, you're an influencer. Like, we love you. And I was like, well, I'm going to stop doing it. I'm not going to do it anymore. And they was like, no, please do not do that. Please do not do that. So then the lady was looking at me like, you an influencer? And I was like, yeah, I'm an influencer. And so I guess she was like, she didn't say it, but the face she made was like, no. All right, have a good day. Dang. Like, I'm not going to hire you. So, I mean, it was for the best, though, because, I mean, look at me. It's God speak through people sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I wonder what if she thought that would cause some kind of commotion or... No, I think it was more so like, because I'm an influencer. So, like, say, for an example, Tyler Perry called me tomorrow and say, hey, I want you to come out here to LA. And then I was, you're right. I would have said, well, hey, manager, I quit. So she's right. Like,
I ain't gonna even say it was a lie. She was right. So
Dang.
the good thing was, yeah, don't hire me because I probably would have quit if somebody called me for a bigger pay rate.
Get my laugh track ready for you because I know I never know when you're going to hit a zinger in there.
Yeah, you never know.
Okay, now you don't live too far away from Zanies. Have you started to work on a stand-up bit? We were talking about that the other day.
Yeah.
Where you at on that right now?
Yes, I want to do a stand-up.
Okay.
I want to do a stand-up. I had a stand-up set up last year. Didn't do it. I got scared, but I think I'm ready now because I know people expect me to be funny. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm ready now, though.
Listen, I will go down there and I'll probably get Roy. From my
bring
neighbor.
Roy. I want to meet Roy.
If he ain't drinking already, if he ain't too drunk, if he ain't too drunk to already get down there, because we're gonna have a drinks once we get down there.
Oh yeah, because I need a drink.
And I'll get as many friends as I can. If Carlos is in town, I went to college with him. He's on the screen there. I'll bring him. I'll bring some of my friends. We will get about 6 or 8 of us, and we'll get you as much money as we can by buying drinks and stuff.
That's right. That's right.
I want you to make it. The talent's there. It hypes me up just to see it. Keeps me going.
I appreciate that. You don't. I don't really get that a lot.
Yeah, I know that's easier said than done. A friend of mine I went to high school with, who sometimes watches the program. Now we moved to New York City to make it in comedy, and Kenny took a class on how to write comedy with the guy up there, and he ended up doing stand-up New York one night. Long story short, I couldn't get into the school. I was at 20 years old. You're in a major hurry. You want to do everything yesterday.
Right.
It don't work that. I didn't understand the loan game and everything. But we stayed up there about a year and came back. My point is, he learned he did pretty good at stand-up at 20. He did better than he thought.
Yeah.
This guy that was teaching him, Crochet, had a woman in there that was testing some of her material in the class. He thought she was just another person just moved up there trying to get into the game. Found out later, towards the end of that class, that woman was Sherry O'Terry, who was a regular at that time on Saturday Night Live.
Oh.
So he was already in the game. So if you need to learn that, look around and it's not showing you how to be a comedian. It's just showing you how to put up your stories.
Right.
Where you can come off like a Cat Williams or Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle, yeah.
Yeah, somebody like that. Now, who were your influences growing up? You mentioned Chappelle earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Is he your main guy? Did you start watching Chappelle? Did you watch
the Dave Chappelle show? Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah.
What's your favorite Chappelle show skit?
When he was acting like Prince. When he was acting like Prince, he funny. Yeah, I like Dave Chappelle. I like Cat
Then we had pancakes.
Yeah, and I was a huge fan of Bernie Mac. Honestly, he died when I was in 8th grade.
He died when you was in 8th grade.
I was in 8th grade.
So you're younger than. See, I'm 43. I thought you sound like you molded into a 35, 40 year. So you're a little bit younger, quite younger than me. I started in the game. See, I've got a communications degree.
Yeah.
And when I got out of college, once I went back from New York and got out of college, I got caught up into starting a business and going into. But like you said earlier, I wasn't really happy with that stuff. I really wanted to go in like sports talk and everything. So I didn't start until, like I said, 7 years ago, and I was 36.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of I wanted to do sports talk radio, but a lot of guys that I've looked up to in radio history started late. Guys like Rush Limbaugh, those are radio personalities.
Mm-hmm.
But really, you just got to study the 10,000 hour rule. But I forgot the guy's name. There's a book about that called talking about the 10,000 hours and everything about other words, you just got to put the time in.
Yeah.
And things develop as they go.
Yeah.
So I understand. That's why I don't care about anybody saying, well, you got to start the game late. I don't worry about that. If
No,
I
you
push
don't.
myself and put that time in,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
And that's the thing, you got to be consistent. Like that's the thing, you got to be consistent what you're doing so you can,
Yeah.
pop up in people algorithm and all that. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. Now, there are phenoms. Eddie Murphy was a phenom. Eddie Murphy was 16, making close to $10,000 a night doing stand-up. He's a phenom. Other comedians, Chappelle didn't do it like that, but Chappelle started at 14, time he was in his early 20s. Yeah, he made it to New York, and then he was doing you ever watch Half Baked?
Mm-mm.
That's funny. It came out in 99. I don't know how old you were then, but
4.
okay. Oh, you born in 95? See, you're young coming up. You coming up.
Yeah.
Half Baked's hilarious. You should look that up. Half Baked's funny as all.
Yeah. I'll look that up.
Yeah. It's really funny.
Yeah.
So
he
did that then. So I'm ecstatic for you. The fact that she found you like that offline. Now, why didn't she want to bring y'all up? They didn't have the budget to fly y'all up there or not?
Yeah. That's coming soon.
She already said that?
Yeah, that's coming soon.
Some
stuff I just keep private,
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, this is the talk show, you know. And
that's coming up
soon. It falls through, but I've already seen it on your Instagram,
Yeah, so Kevin Gates always said you don't let the left hand know don't let the right hand know what the left hand is doing. You know what I'm saying? So
my niece, I just sent me that Never Tired song.
Yeah, I just
said that's me.
Right,
Kevin
I
Gates.
just like to pop up.
Yeah, that is really good right there. So what are you doing for the Super Bowl? This is a sports show. You do a lot of food stuff on your show. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
Do you have that? You have that thing? You have your Super Bowl dishes made out? Or are you just gonna get some chicken and chill? What's going on for your Super Bowl?
I'm not a big football fan.
Huh?
I'm not a big football fan.
Well, Kendrick Lamar will be doing the halftime show.
Yeah, so I probably make some little healthy snacks. Since we're on our little healthy journey, that's going all right, but it stresses my kids out, but it's going good. Probably do a little healthy snack for a little video.
That's good. Yeah. That's good. It's good to hear. Now, so how do you want to implement your kid? Now, I noticed your one little girls, that was really funny, that thing you did with the Valentine candy. I love that. You want to die. No, I'm not. No, you said you want to die.
Right.
I love that. So are they wanting to get into acting too? What's the story behind that? Because you use them in your skits.
She wants to be a comedian.
She wants to be a comedian.
The little 6-year-old wants to be a comedian.
Okay.
Yeah, my oldest daughter, she wants to be a gymnastic. What is it called? Gymnast.
A gymnast?
Yeah, gymnast.
Okay.
And my son wants to be a wrestler. He like John Cena.
A wrestler?
Yeah.
I thought you said rapper. I'm like, John Cena raps too?
No, he wants to be like John Cena.
Okay. Well, listen, it's mainly personality. Something? You're kind of young, but Master P, country guy,
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, this was way before Puff Daddy and all them. He's one of the first to make his own album or his own record label, No Limit Records. Mm-hmm. And to do it everything. Country guy goes from New Orleans all the way to San Francisco, Malt, you name it. He made it big, did his own thing. No Limit Records. He was just him. He was before what's that other guy? Birdman and Baby and all them.
Yeah.
But he said something the other day on a TikTok video that really stuck with me. He says a record executive told him at the very beginning that I think this is truth and law of entertainment. Mm-hmm. He says it's 10% talent, 90% marketing. 90% market. So you got all the talent. You just got to get that big. See, that's like me. I know I got I just got to get that marketing, right?
Yeah. You definitely got the talent.
Got to get that marketing.
Yeah.
So that's really stuck with me. And, you know, nothing against Taylor Swift, but she's one of the most marketing singers out there. And a lot of that, her mom was just working like a dog back in the day, really, really pushing that marketing hard. And, you know, they really pressed on her to write her own stuff. I think that's the same with comedians and people in the entertainment field, if you ask me. So, yeah, you just got to have that marketing around you, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, this is really good stuff. So she's talking about bringing you out there?
Yes, pretty
Where's
soon.
she at, LA or New York?
New York.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Well, do you have anything else you need to plug, my friend? I don't wore you out here. I appreciate you coming on. I know you.
No, you're welcome.
With stars.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. No. I got a big event coming up on March the 8th here in Nashville, Tennessee.
Now, what is this event? Tell me about this.
This is a meet and greet. Only because I'm coming up and a lot of people love me and my kids. And, you know, we basically put Nashville on the map. I guess we put the post side of Nashville on the map because I'm not from Brentwood or nothing. So we put I put Nashville on the map, and a lot of people like what I'm doing, my work, my everybody like what I do. So I got too much love to not give back. You feel me? So
yeah. Where's this event gonna be at? Is it still in the making?
Yeah, it's actually still in the making. Yeah, it's still in the making. So, yeah, it's gonna be March the 8th, and yeah, I'm just too big, and a lot of people love me, man. I'm funny. But I got on top of my funny, I have a good heart. You know, I got a lot of pain I done been through, but I turn my pain into jokes, and I just run with it. I like helping people. I love people. You gonna laugh. I had you cracking up, did it, when I met you.
Yeah.
You know what
you had me laughing at? You had me laughing. I know you didn't mean it to be a joke, but it's one of the things that's funny now. It wasn't funny then. Let's hear this story about you getting stuck on Monteagle Mountain. That's funny.
Oh,
that sounds like
my sister, this is in 2020. I would never forget it. That's why I'm so scared. I have not been to Atlanta since 2020 because of that. My sister had a brand new car. She had a Hyundai Sonata. So her car brand new. So we're like, oh, your car brand new. Let's go to Atlanta, you know. So we jamming to some music and jamming. Next you know, we hear, boom. I said, you know me, I turned the music down. What's going on, baby? It's a brand new car.
Was you going up the mountain or down the mountain?
We were going up Mount Eagle.
They don't have hardly any power.
We were sitting right there all night. Robert, do you hear me? We was right there all night.
Dang.
I ain't been to Atlanta since because I'm scared. I ain't been to Atlanta since. I have not been since.
That is. And you told me something your mom was worried about you.
Yeah, my mama was worried. My mama was, and my mama can't see at night. My mama blind. My mama blind like a bat. And she couldn't see at night. She was willing.
It raining or something?
No, she just can't see, and she was willing to come get us. And I was like, no, it's okay, mama.
That's something my mom would do.
Yes. Yeah, I said, it's okay, mama.
Crazy like that.
Luckily, a guy came to get us. And I need, you know what? Right now at this moment, I need to make a video looking for these boys. Because he came and helped us. His name was Ken Trail. I need to make a video about that. I really do. But yeah.
I told you that's material. That's material.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another. I was about to ask you if I could get one of your videos to play on the program, but I remember what you said to that woman, and I thought she's like me. She don't trust any mother effer. That's how I am.
I do not trust any mother effer. You got that right. I do not trust any mother effer.
You know, it's a. So how did you get the car off the mountain? You got to hear the end of the story. You just give me bits and pieces.
The Mount Eagle Auto Sales came to get us, and we was there all night. They was real good to us, man. That's why I was saying once I do make it big, I'm gonna go back and take care of the people. That driver who came to get us here, we driving to Texas. His name was Ken Trail, and the Mount Eagle Auto Sales. They gonna come. I'm gonna take care of them. They came.
So they got a tow truck.
Yeah, they had a tow truck, and they came and got us, and we was there all night.
Now, what did you ever find out what was wrong with the car? The reason why I didn't make it?
That car was gone. That car was. They said the car was on a recall.
Dang. What year was this car? Was it a new car? Was it old car? Old Honda?
If it was in 2020, I think she had like a 2017. It was like a 2017.
Are you serious?
3 years old. Yes. She didn't even have a lot of
Those
miles on it. She only had like 40,000 miles on it.
Yeah. That was a chick I used to. That was like I told you in the Uber that day.
Yeah.
Jack I used to date back in the day. I tried. That's why she's used to. She's in the past. She's a know-it-all. She's like, oh, this is a good deal. Blah blah blah. I said those Hyundais are like knockoffs. They're like BB. They're not real Jordans. The real Jordans are the Hondas. That's right. What I got.
Them cars is like Jordans off Jefferson.
So, well, how much did it cost? See, I bet it was like $500 or something. That sounds expensive.
What, for him to come get us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was about $500.
Dang. So how did you get back? Were you going to Atlanta or from Atlanta? We
were going to Atlanta. We didn't even get to make it. It stopped right when we was on the way to Atlanta.
So you towed the car back to Atlanta or back to
No, the car was still at Mount Eagle. While the taxi came to get us from Mount Eagle and took us to Atlanta, while the car was still at Mount Eagle auto sales.
What happened to the car? You just told
I'm not sure, sir. I was the owner of the car. I was not the owner.
You didn't want to stress all that.
No, I didn't want to stress that. No. That wasn't my problem. I was already mad. I was mad. Our trip was messed up.
How long was y'all in that car waiting?
About 6, 7 hours.
Woo!
A whole job. We should have clocked in somewhere.
Dang. And this is all up in the night?
All up in the night. Yeah, he came and got us right before it got dark. So we was on the way to Atlanta about 9 o'clock it was about 10 o'clock that morning. So he ain't come get us probably about 5 o'clock that evening to take us to Atlanta.
That's a movie in its own right there.
Mm-hmm.
You can add some stuff in there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Hey, it makes some of the great. At the time, it was probably anxiety attack, but
yeah, definitely.
At least it wasn't snowing or something,
Right. Yeah.
Wow. So March 8th. Hey, keep me updated on that stuff.
Yeah, you gotta come on out, Robert. Come out.
You gotta tell me where it's at.
I'm gonna tell you where it's at. I'm gonna tell you. I got the number. I'll let you know where it's at.
Yeah, okay? My friend. I'll contribute to it, whatever I can do. And I'll send you this interview, but also I'll make clips of it.
Yeah.
Send me clips, and then you can use it. Because you're the big time. You're doing me and I appreciate it. I greatly appreciate it.
Of course. I just tell you what I just say earlier? I don't mind helping people. I don't gatekeep. I want everybody to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate it. And hey, next time, hopefully you can come on again. Hey, bring the kids on. They'll like to talk to them, and not unless they're camera shy, but I don't think they are they?
No, the baby really not. But them other two, they kind of is a little bit.
Yeah. She's something.
She's
I was telling Kenneth that she reminds me of Rudy off of the Cosby Show. You remember the Cosby Show?
Yeah. And somebody used to say she reminded him of some little girl. What's Happening? I've never seen that show.
Oh, What's Happening? That's even farther. That's the 70s.
Yeah.
What's Happening?
D. They said her name was D. What's Happening?
Man, I got that song. I got their theme song in my head now. Rerun. Yeah.
Well, you just keep me updated, send me clips, and it was good talking to you. Okay, Mr. Robert?
Yeah, you too. Chrissy Clack is going to before they. Oh, hold on. Let's see what's on my. My Kathy says I like your guest.
Hello, Kathy.
Yeah. Doing really big things. Got really big brains. Doing really big things.
Yeah. How you doing, Kathy Bowman?
Hey, Hey, listen, you're on your way, and don't you let anything get down to you. Pumping me up every time I'll think about you. And like I said, I got this guy. Hopefully, Kenneth Burton will be on next week, and something. Keep me updated. And if I can find somebody, and I'll tell you in the audience, if I can find somebody to work with you to help you write the comedy, it's all your material, just to how to put it down and do
exactly.
Because that's where that money comes from, stand up.
Yeah, and that's what I want to do. That's my dream, stand up.
Yeah. Yeah, cat high, good too. She's a little shy too. Kathy is.
Oh, okay.
All right, Chrissy
All right,
Flat,
thank
everybody.
you, Mr. Robert. Bye, Kathy Bowman, girl.
Thank you.
All right.
Here, how about let me give you a standing. Let's give you a standing ovation.